Hello.
Hello, everybody.
And welcome to Scrap and Chat, a podcast where we scrapbook while we chat.
Yeah. Yes, we are so excited about doing this.
Yes.
Her idea. And so happy that we're doing this and kind of just, see what we put on a canvas here and just kind of talk to you guys and
about life. Essentially what this is about.
Yes. I'm Cindy and I'm 36 and this is my wonderful cousin.
Hello. My name is Grecia. I am 33 years old. Born and raised in the Bay. Hey.
Far away. We were both born and raised there, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about it. Yes.
It's crazy. Super, super crazy. It's crazy just like growing up, seeing her grow up, and I'm sure it's crazy her watching me grow up. Like,
yes, I'm the oldest out of
all of us.
Yeah. I'm the oldest out of all of our immediate cousins and
then I was one of the youngest growing up and then
my sister was the last one.
She's
5 years younger than me. So we're basically like sisters. I mean,
we are sisters. We were raised as siblings.
Yes. We lived with each other a lot.
At some point or another.
Whenever we were settled in a house, for some reason, like, it just happened that they were moving, and so they would move in with us.
Yeah, and then we waited for the keys, and
and
vice versa, actually, with your guys' too.
And then one time, it was so crazy. We were actually neighbors.
Yeah.
She lived in this humongous house, and we lived right next door. We actually took down a part of the fence.
Oh yeah. I was
come across.
I've heard that story. I don't remember that story.
You were little.
I was young for that one, but I heard about it. I just don't remember it.
We did do that, and it was so awesome. Growing up together, having just that closeness. Mm-hmm. And so it was myself, and then it was her sister, 2 years later.
Something like that, yeah.
We all
it's all 1 year.
Yeah, so it was myself, then my brother, then her sister, then her, and then it was my sister. So we were just, all five of us just running around and, having adventures.
Yeah.
Basically.
So many memories.
Awesome.
Made so many memories, and that I treasure so much to this day. Mm-hmm. I would never, ever, ever trade my childhood for a thing. Yeah. If I could have a redo, a redo, never in my life. No, thank you.
Yeah, it was really amazing. They had this really huge backyard.
Mm-hmm. We had this enormous blackberry tree.
Yes.
That we would always climb. Dude, I remember when it was the tree was in season. Mm-hmm. Our parents would put garbage bag over us, and we would go climb. That way we don't stain our clothes.
I don't remember that.
Really?
Oh my gosh, I do not remember that at all. That's pretty funny.
Maybe it was just me and my sister that did that.
Yeah, because I don't remember that part. But I do remember in that the blackberry tree was kind of like an umbrella. We had this little opening, and we would go under, all of us. We would go under. Oh my God,
yeah.
And we would just spend hours under there just talking. I don't even know. I mean, we were so little, but it seemed like
making up a new language.
Yeah.
You and Elsa?
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
It was the funniest thing. That's true. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. But we would spend hours under there, and for me, it was so magical. Yeah. It was really those movies, it's so whimsical, and there's, the forest. That's what it felt like to me, just being under there, and we would eat all the blackberries. Blackberries?
Yeah.
Yeah, blackberries. Yeah. And just get full of it. It was just so awesome.
And I have to credit our parents for that, for giving us that space to be kids.
Absolutely. They literally would just let us do anything.
As long as we were staying out of trouble. And we just played and played and played.
Yeah. And then they had this like little playground. Actually, it was pretty big, but we would just be there. Summers were awesome as well. Our family had a party every single weekend.
Yep.
Every single weekend. Yeah. I don't know how the heck they did it. Because it's exhausting.
It's expensive. It's exhausting.
Yeah, I don't know how they did that, but it was, oh my God, it was so awesome. And we had so many, now that I really think about it, were we the only kids?
Yeah.
We were. We always, like I said, we always had parties, but now that I'm thinking back to it, I never saw other children. It was mostly adults.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was the time of our life.
Then there were, like, my cousins, but, I mean, they were your guys' cousins, too, so fuck.
Yeah, it was just really great. So, definitely had an awesome childhood, and now we're adults.
No, we're adulting. We're the adults.
Oh, my gosh.
The fuck? When did that happen?
So fast.
It's wild.
Yeah, it really is. Now I have my nieces, and it's just
and that crazy. To me still like trips me the fuck out. Like I know that her brother has like 3 little beautiful girls, but like seeing him as a dad still mind boggles me. Like what the fuck? Like we're adults, we're parents, we're aunts, and this and that. And I'm just like, where? How? What?
Oh yeah, I know.
I wonder if that's how our parents felt too when they were in our age.
I think it was very different for them. You already know how they grew up.
Yeah.
So I unfortunately don't think that they had as an awesome experience as we did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think because of how they grew up, it's the reason why we had such an awesome experience. Like they wanted to prevent us from feeling what they felt. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it totally does. And actually, I never really thought of that. But yeah, so our parents are from Mexico. They're actually all from the same town. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they came to obviously the United States later on, and how they say they came here to provide a better life.
They did. They
absolutely. Did. I mean, in our case, thankfully, and so grateful, obviously, it really did happen like that. I mean, were we rich? No. But, I mean, in other ways, yes.
Yes.
Like, not money ways, but in other ways, yes. Like, I've always told people, like, thinking back to my childhood, I have never felt like something was missing.
Yes.
Ever. Agree. Like, I mean, my dad worked full time. My mom was with us all the time. Mm-hmm. And she would always, like, be playing with us like Barbies and, mm-hmm. with my brother, whatever he was into, little cars or whatnot. And, we grew up on Disney.
We did. Disney fucking kids.
Yep. Yes. So we would always, be watching movies and, a big thing also back then, 90s, we didn't have like cell phones and things like that. So we did board games and we did coloring, anything that would keep us busy, like they were there. So it was really awesome. And I don't think they experienced that. So like you said, when they came this way, I just feel they did everything in their power to make sure that make it the best.
Yeah.
Let us do whatever the hell we wanted in a good way, like you said, not trouble or whatever, but it was awesome. Yeah. It really was. And so now we're all grown up.
I have to give credit to them. Like, coming from a different country, raising kids, putting food on the fucking table, like, they made it look so easy. And then now, like, being out of the house on my own, I'm just like, How the fuck did you afford every single thing?
No.
Like, I am in shock and in awe of them, of everything that they've provided for us. And just like, I only have a fucking dog. And that shit's stressful. Yeah. They had kids, they had nieces and nephews and cats and dogs and
oh my gosh. So everything. She had this dog, Cookie. She was a little dachshund, a weenie doggy. This dog had like 8 litters. Like, she was pregnant all the time. So we had dogs running around.
I mean, I'm not wrong.
I mean, I guess. But yeah, she was pregnant all the time. And so we had just dogs running around everywhere. And then they had this wild cat called, they named it Seis Dedos, which means 6 toes or fingers, whatever.
Yeah.
And, she was the cutest little thing ever. Yeah. She was kind of like a wild cat though, right?
She was, yeah.
And then that's how I got my dog when his name was Chavo. He was
Chavo del Ocho.
Chavo del Ocho.
Is that really the name where it came from, the show?
Yeah, my dad named him.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, shit.
I know. Yeah, he lived for 18 years, my baby.
Oh, my God.
I know. But, yeah, animals all over the place. And then we had this lizard. Oh, my God. I don't know if we want to tell that story. We didn't know. Okay. So, okay.
You don't know what you don't know.
We were like 7, okay, you guys? And again,
she was 7.
Yeah. And again, this is when there was hardly like computers and internet. It's not like you were like Googling things. No.
Yeah.
No. So we had this lizard, cutest little thing ever.
Trocito.
Yes. And then we started.
That's how close we are. We had a pet together.
Yes. Yes. And so we started noticing that it would kind of just lay in its little cage thing, whatever. What is it called? Like an aquarium, whatever. It's sleeping area. And we noticed that it wasn't eating and it was kind of just frozen there. And so after attempting to feed it, to give it water, and seeing that it wasn't moving for like, I think it was like a week or something. I don't know. Our parents were like, it's dead. And so we threw it away.
We didn't even fucking bury it.
Yeah, we didn't bury it. And, I mean, it breaks my heart. It will haunt me forever. But later on, once started Google like coming out and things like that, we researched that they hibernate. So we think that it might have been hibernating
and not dead.
So yeah. But I mean, it was a mistake. Anyways, yeah. So we have a lot of animal stories, but yeah. So like I said, we were really, really, really close. I mean, we've always been, and we grew up really close.
Yeah.
So
they raised us as siblings, essentially. And I think any Hispanic, like, people listening will probably understand that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're like pack rats. We just all lived in one, house
at some point
with many, many, many people. So, I mean, I don't know. It's something that's done.
Yeah.
But I mean, for us, it was the best experience. Cause I'm sure there's people out there that, hey, maybe they went through the same thing. It was not the best thing that they experienced. Mm-hmm. So for me, we were really lucky.
Yeah. Importing all the sisters.
Yeah. But, now we're older and experiencing life.
Yeah.
And just realizing how difficult it can be sometimes.
Yeah.
We've both definitely gone through things.
Some hardships.
Yeah. So, like we mentioned, we're from the Bay Area. And so, I moved away a couple years ago. And then she moved away, So, no, actually, you've moved more than me, actually, because from your parents' house, then you moved into one apartment, and then you moved again closer to me, and now you're here.
Now I'm here, yeah.
Yeah. For me, I stayed in the same place for like 13 years. And then I moved to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
So I never really thought of that.
Yeah. But for every move that I made, or we made, it was always for the better.
Yeah.
Or at least that was the purpose of it.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're in a place where like we're really happy and we're actually loving where we're at. So
yeah, absolutely. It's kind of like, I mean, I think you just kind of, if you move somewhere and you're not happy, I feel like maybe sometimes what happens is like people just stay there because it's like, yeah, it's a hassle moving. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, okay, well now I have to spend money again. Mm-hmm. But honestly, I think happiness is way more important. So I don't think it matters how many times you move. But until you get there and you feel like how you feel now.
Yeah, like this feels like home. This is what I was like searching for during all of those moves.
Yeah, and so I think that's the most important thing. And I feel the same, like exactly what you said. Like for me, living in the Bay Area all those years, like we were there, but I didn't feel
like home.
Like home. Like I
think the only thing that really made it feel like home was having our family there.
Yeah. And then once everybody started moving away, like my dad retired, he moved to Mexico.
Yeah.
Or they did.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody moving away, then you're like, wait a second. Like,
do I really want to be here?
Yeah, what is really holding me here? Like now I realize I was staying because my family, but
for sure.
But I'm not really happy. Like for me, the reason I moved, besides my parents leaving, is like it was too busy. Move. It was too crowded.
That's the Bay, though. That's really truly what it is.
I know, and so I didn't really like that part.
Shit, I have to go get it. You can keep talking.
Yeah. So for me, I was like, you know what? I don't really like that. I wanted something more like relaxing and kind of slowed down. I felt like life was going way too fast.
For sure.
And so then I was like, maybe if I move somewhere like more chill, it'll slow down. And in a sense, it did. It really did. And, you know, it just made me feel better. I don't know. I've definitely been happier.
You definitely seem happier where you're at, for sure. I think we both are.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
I also think that having yourself be in that like new environment kind of gave you a clean slate, because I feel like you had so many like attachments to San Jose with people and just moving into a place that you've never lived in, you don't really know. It just kind of like created a fresh start for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like you felt that mentally as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was really nice to, I don't know why, but I've always felt like I couldn't really be myself. I think our personality is very out there. Mm-hmm. And you guys are way more calm than I am.
Very. I have super calm.
I'm very out there, and I have a very hilarious laugh.
The calmest person you know, and then there's me.
Exactly. That's a good one. Yes, that's true. So I don't know. I felt like when I moved, like the group of people that I just fell into, like I just feel like it's the best. I've never met people like that, and I have so much fun, and I feel like I could be myself, and it's just so great. And I wish people will, like, I hope that everybody always gets to that point in their life someday, because it makes you feel really good.
For sure. I feel like everybody deserves that chance and that opportunity.
Yeah.
Because once you feel that, it's like you feel happier, you feel more like alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And like for me, like growing up, I don't know why, I don't know how or what instilled this thought, but I always had a gut feeling that I was going to have a really exciting and incredible life after being mid-30. like turning 35 was going to be something good for me.
So you're wanting to get older?
I honestly, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. I loved being in my 20s, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I learned so much. I traveled a lot.
Yes. She has traveled a lot.
I am very fortunate and grateful that I experienced everything that I did. And even the hardships, as sucky as they were, I learned so much about myself and how much I could withstand that I didn't know that I could. Yeah. I was raised very sheltered. I was in a bubble, and
we were actually.
And any little hardship, like I would go to my parents, just like you, or like, actually no, I was always very independent that way, but knowing that they were around
there, if you needed them,
exactly,
absolutely.
But now that like I'm in my 30s, I'm just like, oh. Mm-hmm. I can see that. I can see what I was feeling when I was younger.
Yeah. Yeah, so you think that would be your favorite age, like now being in your 30s and stuff, or do you think it would be when you were younger?
I think my favorite age to this day, obviously we have our whole lives ahead of us, who knows, but to this day, I think being 22.
Yeah?
22 is like it for me. Feeling 22.
Get it, girl.
Right. That was like, nothing's been able to top that yet. Mm-hmm. So, but if that's already like, if I've experienced that at such a young age, like, I can't even imagine what else life can bring.
I know, it's so crazy. Like, being at this age, we've already gone through so many things. Yeah. Like we have no clue what is in store, what will happen, how crazy things will, and I guess that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know we have some plans to look forward to.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, my 20s, man, I didn't like my 20s at all.
I feel like you had a very rough 20s.
Very, very rough 20s. Since I was 20 until, probably like, 30, 31.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not fun. But
that's life.
Hey, you live, you learn. That's so, how do they say, cliche, but it's so true. Mm-hmm. Because I honestly feel like all the bad parts, like, I would not change them at all. Like, they sucked.
They fucking did.
They sucked really bad. But, like you said at one point, they really, like, showed how strong I am.
Yeah, for sure.
And, how, like, you can get through things, basically. Mm-hmm. Not to give up. I mean, that's how our parents taught us either way. But whenever you're faced with it, that's when you know it's like, okay, are you really going to be able to get through it or not?
Yeah.
Until you come with, up and face it, like, you're like, oh my gosh, it's taken a long time. You kind of like, whatever you go through, maybe you'll have anxiety, I've, have sometimes I get triggered with things, but it's the choice of just continuing and being, hey, it's like, okay, hey, it's okay to break down, do whatever you have to do, but then, like, go.
Yeah.
Just go. Just keep going. And so, that's definitely what my 20s taught me. So I would say my 20s were definitely the worst ones. Mm-hmm. But now that when I reached 30, I think it really started to, like, turn.
Yeah.
It started to definitely go into more positive situation just in my life. And then,
do you feel like because you've experienced so much in your 20s, you're not fazed about getting older?
Probably because the thing is, like like you said, I've been through so much horrible things in my 20s, unfortunately, that now when I come across something, I'm like,
how can I deal with it?
How can I deal with it? I mean, I allow myself to feel whatever I feel. I need to feel. And then I'm just like, okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everybody handles that differently.
Yeah.
Some people really have a tough time to get up and keep going, and that's okay. I don't ever want to feel like I just give up.
I get that.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many things, and like we said, we're so young still, 30s. Like, can you imagine if you started having that mentality, like, oh, I'm just going to give up?
That's
like,
wild.
There's so many things that are going to happen in this life that you have no clue.
For sure.
And you have to be like, okay, well, how am I going to handle this situation or whatever? I don't know. But yeah, for me, worst definitely 20s, and then the 30s, I think I've, kind of realized like who I am. I've learned to like accept myself more. I mean, believe me, I still have issues with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like getting better, I guess.
That's good.
Yeah. And I don't know. Like, at what point did you realize like you were getting old? Like, that's what I've always like I don't know when I realized that, oh my gosh, or like something happened, or you just woke up one day and your back hurt. My leg. My friend Crystal will get that one.
For me, I think it was honestly, and I know it sounds so crazy, but literally moving out of my parents' house.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I moved out of my parents' house a lot later in life than most people. I was 28, 29.
And a lot of Hispanic culture, like, we stay there
until you stay there. Yeah, and like I didn't go away for school. I did go to school, but it was in my hometown, so I was able to like stay at home. All of my jobs I got around the Bay Area, so there was no point of like leaving the house. And so just like getting out of there was like, holy shit, like I'm
leaving.
I'm leaving. Like, I don't have that security. I mean, I do. I can always
go back. Once you go out, though,
it's hard.
You don't want to go back.
Exactly. It's like you have your own life. You have your own thing. Like, no pides permiso. Like, it's whatever.
Yeah. You're just like, well, yeah, for me, I don't know. I don't know when I felt my age. I mean, I moved out when I was 20. And it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm an adult now,
Really?
No, I don't know. I think just the situation that I was going through, I didn't really have time to think of that. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But I think when I started feeling body pains, I think that's when I'm like, oh my God, like it kind of really hit me that it's like, okay, now I'm older. Let's correct that. Now I'm older and I really have to take care of myself.
Yeah.
I think that's when it kind of like hit me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there's no going back from this.
For sure.
There's no going back from this. Things are probably just going to get worse. And so...
such a nice mentality. I'm just... we're all just going to shit, It's all just downhill from here.
It's like, I mean, I go numb while I'm sleeping. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of when I realized.
Tin Man from...
We're starting with oil. Oh my god. That's funny. Yeah, so I think that's for me when I realized, like, okay, I really have to take care of myself because, you know, hey, reality. At least in my situation, too. I mean, we'll talk about it in another episode, but it's just your body is not the same. And like I said, at night sometimes, like, before I would be able to sleep, like, facing down. I'd love to sleep, like, on my stomach and stuff. And now I can't because my arms will go.
Isn't it crazy just saying that out loud?
I know, it's so funny. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, that was definitely, like, the thing for me, realizing, like, man.
Reality.
Yep. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. You have to just laugh at it. You do. You can't do anything else, so
No.
whatever.
No, you can't.
Whatever.
You gotta go with the flow.
Are you finally taping things down?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so beautiful though. And you're doing too.
Yeah.
I
think I'm
love
gonna do full page.
I like it. I really like that.
I'm already gonna fucking scrapbook the shit, so.
I was thinking that also.
I'm so mad it didn't center. I thought I centered it, but.
You know, I'm gonna date them.
Yeah, yeah.
Our name and then the date that we
center it. No, I don't want that.
Yeah, it's probably gonna.
That's fine.
Rip.
That's life.
Yeah, right. Not centered at times. Yeah. Sometimes I say cool things.
Just sometimes.
Not all the time. Oh my goodness. That's funny. I can't get the sticker out. I'm trying. Trying to concentrate.
Oh, it's another one of these.
Yeah. They're really, like, on there. And if I scratch it with my nail, like, I've curled it in. Oh,
do you feel like you're your age? Or do you feel older? Or do you feel younger?
I definitely feel older.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. And it's really it really frustrates me. Mm-hmm. Because, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, we've always been, like, really crazy and energetic, and, you know, we would climb trees when we were younger, and things like that. And, you know, for me, when I was younger and then throughout high school, I danced. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I've always been very active and limber and flexible.
Yeah.
You know, and now to have constant hand pain.
Yeah.
You know, just, like, complaining about, oh, this hurts, or, oh, you know, I can't stay standing for a long time because I get tired. Like, things like that. It's so...
Must be annoying.
Frustrating.
And frustrating.
It was very mentally exhausting when I first started experiencing it. Mm-hmm. Because people take things for granted. Like, you can say, oh, I don't take things for granted. But to a certain extent, yes.
Yeah, you do, for sure.
You do, because you think that you're always going to have your fingers. You think you're always, you know, going to be able to see.
You don't have your fingers.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying, in a moment, something can happen where it's not there, and then you're going to be like, shit, I wish I would have cherished my finger more. Like, things like that.
Got
like, it's crazy. And, yeah, I mean, I'm not missing any limbs, but I don't have the strength in my hands like I used to. And it's so insane how much it pisses me off. Like, I sometimes can't open jars, and I'm like I have to ask for help, and it's...
She hates asking.
I hate it. It's so annoying. And, you know, so yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, you kind of just got to go with the flow.
Yeah.
You got to accept it, even though you don't want to. Mm-hmm. Even though you don't accept it, you have to just pretend you do at times.
For sure.
I'm going to grab some of your jelly pens.
Please do.
Because they're so many.
They're so cute.
So many colors. I've always wanted to do that.
And now you can.
And now I did it.
How did it feel? No, it felt
great. Yeah. And what about you? Do you feel your age?
No. I feel younger.
Yeah?
I feel like I'm in like my mid-20s. I always feel like I'm younger than I actually am.
Yeah.
And maybe because I don't have like a real job. No, it's true. Like I don't have a 9 to 5. I really, truly don't.
That's okay.
And I just get to hang out with people all fucking day. I'm a Pilates instructor. So I get to like hang out with people.
The best.
Thank you. So I get to like hang out with people and as much as I love my job, I don't really consider it a job. Like, that's how fun it is for me.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it for a 10 years.
I know. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
One day, it just kind of like clicked and it was meant for me. Like, I didn't go looking for it and it just like...
I know. I've never asked you actually how you started that or how it went or...
So at the time, I was really, really, really big into like yoga. Mm-hmm. And I was also working out like a lot. Like it was like gym is life, bro. Mm-hmm. Like it was sad how much I was at the gym. Anyway, so in one of those like moments, I started taking more because gyms offer like classes, Zumba, yoga, this and that. So I ended up taking a yoga class and I fell in love with it and I did it for a while. And about a few years later, I was going to a community college and in one of the classes I had, she's now my friend and she was going to school, 2 different schools. She was going to a community college with me, but she was also doing a teacher training program to become a Pilates instructor. And I had heard of Pilates, but I never like took it. But at the time I was just like, oh, do they have courses to become a yoga instructor? She's like, oh my God, yeah. So she gave me the information and I went to go look. And when I went to go look, because the school was an actual school and it wasn't like at a studio that you go and get your certification from, they offered it like every other semester. So it was a semester-based program. And so they're like, oh, we're not offering yoga like right now, but come back next semester and or sign up for next semester and you can take it. And I was just like, if I'm not going to do it right now, it's never going to happen. So they're like, well, we do have Pilates. And I was just like, okay, well, sure, I'll do it in the meantime. Yeah. I'd never really done much Pilates in my life. I think I'd taken 1 class, if that. And I don't know if it was the instructor that made the difference or the actual program, but I fell completely in love with it. Really? Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And I was just like, it was a 3-semester program, so I was like, okay, like, why not?
Yeah, so you decided to go for it.
Yeah, and then I never went back for yoga.
Wow.
So I feel like it was meant for me because I love what I do and...
Everybody loves you too, though. Like, you're just a great... Not just because she's my cousin, but... there we go, sorry. Not just because she's my cousin, but like all the people that like gift her things, the stories that she tells me. I mean, I've taken her class with a couple of my friends and they loved it. Like genuinely you can see that she enjoys it and just because her experience, like she knows like how to, how you do it the correct way without hurting yourself or whatever. So yeah, I mean, I think it was meant for you.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I love what I do and I know I'm good at what I do. And it's just a great.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a lot of people struggle, like, to find what their thing is, you know?
And I think I struggled with that for the longest time, just because seeing my sister be so incredibly talented and just her knowing what she wanted to do with her life so early on, I was just like, do I need to know what to do with my life? And it definitely set this, like, expectation of, like, oh, shit, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life. But everybody grows at a different pace. Mm-hmm. And it took a while for me to realize that I didn't have to know what I'm going to do with my life.
Yeah.
But I found what I love, and I'm really, really happy with it.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, that's awesome. It's crazy that you say that, because even to this day, I feel like I struggle with that. Mm-hmm. I'm a service advisor at a collision center. And so, I've been doing that since 2010, mm-hmm. I believe. And so, the thing that you said that, your sister, she's amazing, you guys. She's so talented. Mm-hmm. But yeah, seeing everybody around kind of figuring out, going to school and this and that, and I'm just kind of like, yeah. I do love what I do. I took a little break, but, I know that I'm good at it as well.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. At some point, I think I'm just going to be like, okay, I guess this is my thing.
Yeah.
Because I've thought of so many other things that I'm interested in. And it's like, for example, like, I love marine biology, but I'm terrified of the ocean. And
tell me why I'm the same.
I get motion sickness, like on the boats or however you call it. So it's like, I wouldn't be good for that.
I think you get used to it.
Yeah, possibly. But just like things like that. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, for me, right now, I'm like, okay, the estimating thing is what if I'm good at it, and, I guess I'm okay with it for right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you never know what life will throw at you, so.
Very, very true.
You never know what life has in store for us.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the beauty of life.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
You can always change it.
Yeah.
You can always change it. You could try something different.
And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and that is okay.
Yes. Yes.
You just have to be patient.
Yeah. Oh, no.
God damn it.
Why don't you do it on the book?
I'll go get it later.
We're going to have a little, like,
capture.
No, a little check mark. Like, how many times does Grecia drop something?
I've already dropped, like, 5 things.
Exactly.
I have one there, one there. Oh, my gosh.
Goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious. It's okay. It is quite all right. You just roll with it. Mm-hmm. Just see. It's another thing.
On to the next picture.
Hey,
what's on the table? Oh my gosh. No, that's awesome though. That is awesome. This is cute.
Oh.
I'm telling you guys, we're going to have a little checkbook thing.
Oh I should have done this here. Damn it.
You still can.
No, it's too late.
Oh, goodness. My goodness. I'm definitely going to have to fill it up more. There's like nothing on here. Cute. Does it match?
I don't know. Fine.
I have it.
Fine.
I have it like more like blue gray.
You know what? I'll keep my sticker then. You can have it.
Just keep it. Yeah, so I don't know. Experiencing things, getting older, seeing, now we're older, and now I have like my 3 nieces.
That's so wild.
I know. It's so crazy, and I love them to death. And also just like all of our cousins, because like we saw them when they were at the hospital and then born, and then now they're like 20s, they're graduating college. And it's just like, and that's, I'm pretty sure how our aunts feel about us. Like they, were taking care of us. They raised us. Like, I call them my second moms because that's how close we are.
Yeah.
And so it's just so insane being in that position where, you look at all of them and you're like, oh my God, now you have a girlfriend, or oh my God, it's like a bittersweet feeling, I guess.
For sure. I I didn't get a chance to see them at the hospital.
Yeah.
Actually, that's why I saw Saida and Tanya.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
But not the other ones.
Yeah. The other ones.
Actually, just Saida. I don't remember seeing mi tía pregnant with Tanya.
But yeah, they were actually still living, yeah, we were still living together when Tanya was born.
Yeah.
ASMR. How are you? I always don't know the name of it. ASMR-ing it?
ASMR.
That one right there.
Eso.
Oh, man. Well, it's coming along for sure. Mine. Look, I just put a random gold. I thought it was not but I just put it there.
That's cute.
No, it's not.
Why not?
I don't know.
Put something over it.
I know.
Like, make it pretty.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, if you don't think it's pretty, I'm just saying. Make it.
I know. I'm totally joking.
No, you're not. Anything you'd want to add to this storyline?
No, I just really feel the only thing I can say is don't take things for granted.
For sure.
Life can change in an instant.
For sure.
Like, in an instant. And yes, everybody knows this. I'm sure everybody's heard it, whatever. But until, God forbid, but until it happens, like it did to me, it happens, you do not know how precious everything is.
Yeah, it's very fragile.
Like, very fragile. Like, you see things on TV. You're like, oh my God, that's horrible, this and that. And you feel like you're untouchable. Like, oh, that happened to somebody else. That can never happen to me.
I think it also has a thing to do with, like, age. Like, when I was younger, it's like, I'm invincible.
Yeah.
Like,
you think nothing can happen to you.
But just don't wait. But it can. It really, truly can.
Yeah, so I think that's the only thing that I can really say of what I've learned growing and being the age I am now.
Yeah.
I think I'm very hyper alert to that. So, just waking up and, the smells and the feelings of things and being able to talk to people and to your family, friends, and all of that. I think that's a really big thing. For sure. I think that's basically what I will say to just, that would be for everybody right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Anything else you want to add?
No, just literally experiencing life. That's a crazy thing to think. Like, everybody is experiencing life for the first time.
Yes.
Like,
not one life is the same, people.
That mind boggles me. I know it's so stupid to say out loud, but, like, it's true. Like,
so true.
I don't know how else to explain it.
So true. Can I have the tape?
No.
Thanks. Yeah, but that's basically it. Basically it for me. Very awesome. How do you feel your pages are turning out?
I'm not in love with it, but it's okay.
I love yours. It's so beautiful. It's very earthy.
I know.
Okay. What are you going for?
I don't know. But it's not that.
I went with blues and, like, frozen things because we're in January.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It gave me that feel. But
I went for flowers and
plants.
Love it.
Yeah.
We're growing something here.
Yes. It's our first one. Yes. The next one's for Valentine's.
Exciting.
Yeah. So.
Lovey-dovey shit.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a very interesting
topic.
I'm
excited.
We have a lot to say.
You have a lot to say.
I know.
We'll get to it.
Yeah. We'll get there. It's going to be great.
All right. I think this might be the end of our road.
I'm good with it.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you really?
I'm not happy with my thing. It's very empty. But
that's okay. Can you believe we're in 2025?
I know, it went by so fast, honestly. Like, I mean, in a blink of an eye. Like, so I went to Mexico in July.
Mm-hmm.
And then a blink of an eye, it was August.
Mm-hmm.
Then a blink of an eye, it's Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's New Year's, and I'm just like, what in the world?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. It just goes by
so quickly. Yeah.
And yeah, it's like, it's so funny because when I was little, and I was like in elementary or something, but
yeah,
I was like, oh my God, when it's 2000, I'm going to be dead. And it's like, oh my God, now we're in 2025. No, thankfully I'm not dead.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was like so far in the future.
Yeah.
And every year is just like, I think after I hit 25, and that's when I felt like every single year was just gone.
Really?
Gone, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Super fast. I think I'm done. I don't know what
I think I'm done too.
Alrighty.
All right. Hey.
You want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. This is mine. I feel like it's a little too empty, but again, this is the first one.
Yeah, this is our first one. And then this is...
I love hers.
Moz.
I think hers is gorgeous.
Thanks.
Very earthy. Yay! I love it.
All right.
Awesome.
And with that, we are done with our very, very first podcast.
So excited.
Thank you so much for joining. And if you stayed and listened all the way through, you get $100. No, just kidding.
Not me, you. You give it to them.
Just kidding. One day. Maybe one day. But seriously, thanks for listening and hope you follow along. And
yes, I'm really excited. We have awesome topics that we're going to talk about every single month, and it's going to be really fun, and you can join us. Hey, who knows? Maybe you start making scrapbooks while you're listening to us. And,
for sure.
If that's something maybe that you've always wanted to do, you can start.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you guys enjoyed our first podcast, and like she said, follow along and,
see where life takes us.
Yes. See you guys later.
Thank you.
Or talk to you guys later.
My name is Grecia.
And I'm Cindy.
And we are Scrap and Chat.
Bye.
Bye.